dance. Want to know a fun flower fact? Those who defend the interests of giant corporations will burn for all eternity in the next plane of existence. I'm the mutant messenger of the Dark Lord.
Block the mic. There we go. Hello.
Good morning, BBs. It is too early.
It sure is.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And Quaxley.
Fue Coco.
That doesn't, you're just saying sounds. Quaxley the duck.
Fue Coco, the sweet little peppa bean.
Best starter, only starter is Quaxley.
Here's what I'll say. All three starters for this game, we're talking, of course, if you haven't seen the news about Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, all three starters fucking slap. I don't think that there's a bad starter in the bunch.
No, and that's bucking the trend of at least one bad starter every time.
Yeah.
That Pokemon has had, not in Gen 1, but for the rest of history, basically.
Yeah.
There's always been one that you look at that just like,
ugh, nobody's taking that one. And then when you see someone who did, you're like, there's not a bad starter in the bunch.
Quaxley. Let's talk about the Pokemon Presents.
Let's do it. Let's get all the fuck into it because I am so excited. We can start by talking about these starters. I would love to. So during the Pokemon Presents, something we were speculating on last week, they announced a new Pokemon game for this year.
This is not just another Pokemon game that we're getting in the same year as like a gazillion other Pokemon games, but this is the first mainline console Pokemon.
World.
That's wild. And now we're watching everything and it's like, Nintendo is always very smart about this stuff. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were clearly them being like, let's just dick around with Pokemon on the home console and see what it feels like. Let's try a few things. Do people want to throw a Pokeball? Turns out no. We don't actually want to do this for 40 hours. We were like, well, can we do an open world? Like, what tech can we use? And all of this was apparently leading to Violet and Scarlet, which is crazy because I thought it was all leading to Arceus.
Yeah.
And then we would see whatever the next mainline Pokemon was next gen probably.
Right. I'm so thrilled. We had very low expectations for this Pokemon Presents, and it blew it out of the fucking water. We were like, it's probably even too soon for DLC for Arceus. They said, no, a whole other fucking game.
They're like, oh yeah, it is too soon for DLC for Arceus.
But you could have another game.
But you can have a whole fucking game.
So this is Gen 9. We know that it'll be, of course, taking place in a new region, as the mainline games always do. It does seem heavily inspired by, there's a lot of speculation of Mexico, potentially.
I've heard Central and South America. I've heard Spain.
I've also heard that.
I've heard that, by and large, we can't tell the difference between Latin cultures.
Unfortunately true.
And that's kind of hurting us right now.
People were trying to, the thing is there isn't a like locational guess. They're going off of language. So it's like, okay, we've narrowed it down to Spanish-speaking countries. That doesn't help. That's not a small pool. That's a large number of countries.
But you know, when you look at some of this, when you look at some of the tile work and some of the stuff in the and some of the architecture and the locations,
it does look very Spanish.
That also helps as well.
Yeah.
And that has like a very, very Spanish influenced architecture, but could still be Central or South America based. It's very exciting. I love that they're really branching out and like, because in the last 2 years, we got Western Europe, we got feudal Japan.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get either Spain or Central or South America. Fuck yeah. I'm into that.
Somebody said, let's see, Tybor in the live studio audience said, I think that people have pointed at a map in the trailer that looks like the western part of Spain.
I believe that. So like, to my uneducated, stupid boy eye, a lot of that architecture and tile work seems more like Spain to me than Central South America.
Yeah.
So I could see that.
Incredible.
But we gotta listen. It's just about these sweet new little ones.
We love the sweet new little ones. Let's find out if we set up our NDI. Sure did. Woo! Okay.
Oh, I bet I didn't set up mine though.
No, I just did it while we were live. Okay, so this is Sprigatito.
Sprigatito!
Look how cute!
A Sprigatito!
So for me, actually, this would be my second choice.
I mean, same.
Pompaduck is last for me.
Just get fucked. Just honestly,
again,
Saige.
Not a bad one in the bunch.
Honestly, though, Saige, just walk into the ocean.
I love a cat.
Where the Pompaduck
I love a
lives.
cat starter. I think this is incredible. I love the descriptions that they gave to him. They said a capricious, attention-seeking grass cat Pokemon. That made it much more appeling to me.
That's
I too
you.
am capricious and attention-seeking.
This gives me Littlest Pet Shop Gen 2 vibes.
Yeah, you too watched the Izzy's video.
Yeah.
I see. I see. I was a huge Littlest Pet Shop kid.
This
that
gives
was
me
my fucking jam as a child. I was really, really into them. It was Littlest Pet Shops and Polly Pockets, and they were their weird mutant giant pets in my mind. So
my sister had tons of Littlest Pet Shop.
So many. It does have huge Littlest
And the
Pet
dogs
vibes.
and the dogs that you would open up and it would surprise you with how many puppies it had. Do you remember
Freaky.
those?
Yep.
That shit was weird as hell.
I never liked any kind of toys that had babies.
Yo, no, because it's weird.
I didn't like any of
Because you
them.
have to open up the toy to get the babies out.
I didn't like babies. I didn't like toys that had babies. Like my niece has a bunch of baby dolls. I went to see my family yesterday. My niece has 1,000 baby dolls, and she likes to get the really fucking realistic looking ones.
You know that Rob Zombie movie, 1,000 Baby Dolls?
House of 1,000 baby,
Baby
dolls.
dolls.
That was what it was. I visited the House of 1,000 baby dolls yesterday, and she gets the really fucking realistic ones.
Oh, no.
Yeah. She gets the like.
Do they feel kind of realish too, where they
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to do the fake skin?
They feel a little fleshy. And they like cry and piss and stuff. It's rough. I cannot relate.
feel a little fleshy and I cry and piss and stuff.
I
So
don't
it's
need
a
a doll
pretty
for
realistic
that.
doll.
I don't need a doll for that.
Anyway, Sprigatito is your grass type. This is
Fuecoco! Fuecoco, I love you! Okay, Fuecoco is so cute. So originally people were like, oh, he looks like a little apple. But no, he's a little chili
he's a little
pepper.
chili pepper, and also Saige,
That's a skull face.
it's a skull face, and he's kind of Bub and Bob
He does look like Bub and Bob
from your favorite PlayStation 5 game,
Puzzle Bobble.
Puzzle Bobble 3D.
Okay, but seriously.
He does, though. He looks like a little dinosaur from Puzzle Bobble. He's got
does.
the chili pepper body. I like the one cute tooth.
The official starter of Fantasy Chilies.
Boo
Fantasy
to
Chilies took
Fantasy
everything
Chilies.
from me. But did give us Schiffle.
Yeah.
Fantasy Chilies giveth and Fantasy Chilies taketh away.
Listen. Tarsier Audacity in the live studio audience says that is the face of a baby with no thoughts in its head. And that's what I do like about Fuecoco is the pure joy. Fuecoco has puppy dog energy.
Yeah. So one of the things that you see here, this like skull face, leads me to think that at some point it's going to evolve into a fire ghost type, which is my dream of all dreams.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a ghost pepper.
Because it's a ghost pepper. So that's my thing. Also, there was a couple of people that were speculating a tie to a like mythological creature.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall what it was. I will try to find that for you because I also don't want to misattribute the culture that it's from.
It was the cutie bean. It was the South American cutie bean. Look at that South American cutie bean.
He is a cutie bean, but you know what I mean? I'm getting the like Cubone skull face vibes.
For sure.
I think that's got to be, you see skull there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so fucking into this.
I'm mostly just looking at the one cute tooth.
Cute tooth,
If
skull
you're going to
face.
do a cute character, one of the best things you can do is
Single
one
tooth.
adorable single tooth, but not off to the side. Off to the side in a little character says like rakish, a little roguish, a little like,
I think it depends.
a little like meow, I'm going to go through your trash cans, you know?
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah,
like in the center is just like,
Head-
I'm your
no
big
thoughts.
I'm your big dumb friend and I love you.
Sweet no thoughts.
And then the winner and still champion.
Oh, wait. First, the laid-back Firecroc Pokemon that does things at its own pace.
He's on island time, baby.
He's taking his time.
He's on island time.
Okay, now you can talk about Quaxley.
Woo! Coming in at 13.4 pounds, the winner and still champion of all starters, Quaxley the Pompadour Duck.
The earnest and tidy duckling Pokemon. He's a little type A, little serious business duck.
He is a 7-year-old child that wants a briefcase.
He is a 7-year-old child that wants a briefcase. He used his dad's hair product, and he's very proud of it.
He's very proud of it.
He's adorable. He's hitting us with a little bit of a pose. He's got a hand on one hip and one straight out.
Yep. He's got things to say. He knows he's trying to keep you on task, and he is just full of beans.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he is definitely. He's a little business kid.
I respect a business kid that cares about hair products. We know this as a past business kid that cares about hair products.
Lanky Dragoon has a very good point and said, I'm scared that Quaxley about to evolve into a cop. I could see them going that route.
Now, I could see that. I hope
business kids can
go the wrong way.
Cops.
But I hope he goes like in a leak duck sort of way. You know, not a cop, but a knight or a protector, or I would like to see that. I am terrified. We were, of course, talking about the horror of just the horror, disappointment, and bait and switch of Litten.
Litten, it was probably my biggest heartbreak, if I were to think of it in my lifetime. Litten was one of the cutest starters I've ever seen. Litten was my greatest joy. As someone who consistently, in every generation, chooses a fire starter.
A twisted fire starter?
A twisted fire starter.
Breathe with me.
I have always chosen fire, and that is what I do. Even if they're not my favorite, I will choose fire.
I have always chosen fire is not just what Saige says about Pokemon starters, but what she says in her life.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle choice. And Litten, it was finally like, oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. And then Incineroar stood up and was a whole ass man. It waited till the last one. The middle one, doing great. Oh, middle evolution. I don't remember its name right now.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
So cute. And then Incineroar stood the fuck up and walked around with me like a whole ass big man.
Like a large man following you around. It went full Digimon.
And that was the first game too where you could have like your Pokemon walking by you in certain areas. So it was just like, hey, you want to fight?
It just went full fucking Digimon.
You could pet that one.
It's like, yo,
you want to pet this man?
I was a tiny little squirrel, and now I'm an angel with abs and a machine gun. Like, that was the most Digimon shit that Pokemon has ever done to us.
They're like, you want to give it a treat? And he's like, yeah, man, what's up?
Yeah, man, give me some candy. What you got? You got 2 of those? It's a cheat day, so I can have that. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me. I don't want to take you to the gym. I don't want to hear about your fucking meal prep, Incineroar.
His name was El Scorcho.
That's good.
Thank you. And then he stood up and he was like, hey. And I was like, oh no, it's a wrestler. It's a wrestler named El Scorcho. Oh no.
Blanket Ford is asking, what about Machamp? Here's the thing. They telegraph what's going to happen.
Yes.
They telegraph.
You signed up for a muscle man.
You signed up for a Speedo boy who love his muscles.
That's a muscle boy that became a muscle man.
I got a kitten. Just a kitten.
Just a kitten.
I wasn't planning on muscles. I wanted an adorable little kitten. I think that was the same generation. Was that the same generation as Rowlet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rowlet was my starter that generation. A lot of people are mentioning the Donald Duck. And here's what I got to say about that. I get what you're saying, but I also don't really, like, it's a stretch. Like, it's a duck. It has blue accents. But, like, if you draw it like this, I see. Because you're basically doing a Quaxley in a Donald Duck cosplay.
Yeah.
But, like...
And it's cute.
It's cute, but, like, not really.
That's hair.
That's hair. That's absolutely hair.
Well.
Like, I get it, and it's a funny joke, but I don't think so. I don't know.
He is a very JoJo duck. I will say that. Absolutely very JoJo. From hair to pose.
Okay, now the Disney baby's Donald is a little closer, just because of the...
I will agree with that.
You know? This was me yesterday. I'm literally a duck.
One of my favorite things when a new Pokemon is announced, when the starters are announced in particular, is people speculating the evolutions.
Can we just look at his little ghost hair?
I love it.
Can we enhance this ghost hair?
Zoom enhance.
Look how mad he is about it. Angry. And I love that we're seeing this like side view that gives him. This is very good.
Now I make it about Foy Coco.
Foy Coco.
Look at it. They made of like 3 different chili beans.
Habanero, Fresno, jalapeno. Yeah. Okay.
That's a baby boy. I do think that he evolves like Peppers. I hope he stays colorful. I think that would be really fun. There was one up here.
I hope he turns into that big ass crocodile.
Oh God. Twitter, why did you do this to me? It loaded way more. I love these renditions. Like that's how you see. You're like, oh yeah, hollow eyes, all skull.
Can't lose.
Okay, well I'll find it again because damn.
Find it again.
Twitter just loaded a bunch more stuff.
So those are the starters.
We made them as Kingdom Hearts characters.
Very good.
Very good.
So Scarlet and Violet, we got the starters. We did get the Arceus Daybreak update.
Yes.
So we did also get the little bit of DLC for Arceus. So that's it's going to have trainers investigating mysterious mass outbreaks of Pokemon that are popping up all over the Hisui region. They will be able to battle powerful opponents like legendary Pokemon and Wardens, adding yet more options to the Pokemon battle experience. They're also going to give everybody that's playing 30 Ultra Balls, Gigaton Balls, and Jet Balls in the mystery gifts menu if you enter in the word Arceus Adventure as one word, all caps.
Awesome.
So they're going to give you a bunch of stuff.
Hey, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah. We also know that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl trainers are going to be able to add Shaman to their party using an item called Oak's Letter that you get as a mystery gift. So you're going to be able to just add Shaman to your party by talking to Professor Oak on Route 224. Get that
Very
good
exciting.
Pokemon. And then Pokemon Go, which is still happening. And let me tell you something. The world is opening back up again for real this time.
Yeah.
I've been out and about a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And I could jump back into Pokemon Go.
But also, Pokemon Go, put your mask back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pokemon go ahead and still respect other people. March 1st, tomorrow, Alolan Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
So Alola is my favorite Pokemon region.
Love an island time region.
I love Alola. I loved the Alola variations of Pokemon. It was a very, very special time for me, and I feel very excited about this. This is the first time I've considered getting back into Pokemon Go since I went through my Pokemon Go phase when it launched.
I love Pokemon Go.
Because I love Alola.
And I got real hardcore into it right before, like for the year up to the Panini.
I know.
I got real into it.
Yeah?
When we started hanging out, I think I was still like taking out my phone and like grabbing Pokemon.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Yes,
we would be
you
like
were.
out and about and I'd be like, oh shit, there's good Pokemon around here.
And I would be like, people are still doing that?
Yes.
Weird.
I would show up to raid locations and there would be like the invitation raids in my neighborhood and there would be like 40 people standing around with cell phones. And I'm just like, hey, are we all adults hanging out for the Pokemon? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, I love this about us. And I love Pokemon Go. I'm glad they're updating it. Pokemon Masters EX is giving out gifts for their 2.5 year anniversary, which means people must be playing a lot of Pokemon Trainers EX if they're doing. We made it another 6 months. Pokemon Cafe Remixes is doing bonuses for Pokemon Day. Oh, Alolan, come on. An Alolan Ninetales? Come on.
Got you.
And then Pokemon Unite, Hoopa has been added to Pokemon Unite.
That's a lot of hoopa for a little patty.
And that's, I still haven't tried the Pokemon Unite. I don't know. I don't feel like dunking on or getting dunked on by 12-year-olds. You know what I mean?
That's perfectly fair. That's not what I play Pokemon for.
Yeah. I don't need to ruin a 10-year-old's day or have a 10-year-old ruin my day.
What I will say is I do play Pokemon to dunk on 12-year-olds, but they're fictional 12-year-olds.
Fictional 12-year-olds.
I love to dunk on a fictional 12-year-old.
Fictional 12-year-olds with smarmy attitudes.
Yeah, they are. They're always like, I'm going to be even better than you are. And you're
Come
like,
on.
okay.
We're friends. Let's make our entire relationship competitive. That's what friendship is. You fuck off, Gary. You fuck off back to hell where you came from.
And they stand like this. They go.
Hey, you're my best friend. Also, I want to destroy you at our chosen profession. Okay. It's fucking weird, dude. Maybe don't do it. Maybe don't. So lots of Pokemon. Lots of Pokemon coming. Hey. That Steam Deck.
Yes.
That Steam Deck is out. That Steam Deck is happening.
When do you get yours? You can do it?
I haven't gotten the email yet, so
Alright.
I think I'm in group 2.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know if I'm getting mine. I have too many handhelds.
Yeah, you do.
I love a little handheld.
Yeah.
I love a purpose-built gadget.
Yeah.
You know? I still have mini disc players, and I have a GBA, and I have an iPod mini.
Mm-hmm.
I like little purpose-built gadgets that do one thing.
Right.
But I have so many.
That's true.
I have so many.
I would like to get us one as a channel.
Yeah, that's
so
what
that
I was
we can
thinking.
Talk about it.
But
also, we're poor as a channel.
We're very poor as a channel. And as people, when a channel is made up of poor people, what you have is a poor channel.
If I go
that's
like
just,
this, I go full Hypnotoad.
That's economic. So I might get it because I do kind of want to review it, but I also feel like there are so many reviews out at this point.
That is true.
But a lot of people are really loving their Steam Decks. And people have been asking, hey, Gaby boy, what's up with that Steam Deck? What are you doing with that Steam Deck? Are you going to start a Steam Pass maybe?
No.
And they said, nah, man, that's not going to happen. That's not really what we're about.
Nah, it's not. We're not really in the business of that.
Yeah.
But
they said, what if we put Game Pass on it?
I love this idea. I mean, that's incredibly powerful. Because you have a lot of games that overlap that are on Steam and also on Game Pass. If you were able to connect your accounts, fuck. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, look.
I think it would be
Eventually,
great for developers.
people are just. Here's the thing. Valve right now is kind of just saying, hey, the platform is here. We want to help Microsoft put Game Pass onto Steam.
Right.
Now, the Steam Deck, of course, is running Linux. It's running Proton, the translation layer between Windows and Linux. I think, Steam wants this to happen because they're hoping that Microsoft will push developers to make more games compatible with Proton.
Yeah.
That's their end goal. Steam Deck is Steam. Everything Steam has been doing since they started making the little Steam machines, all of that stuff is all about getting people to put their games on Linux.
Yeah.
So they would really love that. Microsoft, of course, wants you to buy your games on Windows.
Yes.
As much as they're giving games away and they want to be games as a service, they still also want you to, they would prefer you buy your games on
They would
Windows.
love your money.
So I'm wondering if Microsoft would be down to put Game Pass totally native onto Proton. That would be such a headache, though.
I bet. Fuck, it'd be so cool.
At the very least, they could put like like they do on the mobile app where you can just use whatever streams.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind just having streaming Game Pass on my Steam Deck.
That would still be huge.
That would still be huge. But of course, one of the things that's going to happen is hackers, the community, everybody is going to be trying to get Windows working and get Windows working with drivers on the Steam Deck. Now, right now, what's missing on the Steam Deck is a video driver.
Yeah.
That's the big one. Everything else kind of works, but there's no video acceleration if you install Windows on a Steam Deck right now. And I think, I'm not saying anything nefarious here. I'm just saying I don't think a Windows video driver is their big priority. I don't think they're rushing to put that out.
No, because once they have that, people stop moving mountains to get things on Proton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That makes sense.
People will be like, developers will be like, well, we just recommend installing Windows onto your Steam Deck.
Yeah.
No.
And I get that. And honestly, like, that's not unfair of them as a company. But, like, as the company that tends to be like, we make games for the people and we want things to be more accessible for you.
Mm-hmm.
You could. Would love it if you did.
Look, I think, they're definitely, as far as all the big players, they're definitely Microsoft is definitely the most open of the big players right now.
Yeah.
I don't know for how long or how much that means, but remember that they're the most open of all the big players right now, so they can be in charge of everything 5 to 10 years from now.
Yes.
Just remember that. Keep that in mind. And so I would rather have them create a Proton version of Game Pass and try to get all of their games. Jeez, that's so many games to get working on Proton.
And you know what I mean? Like Game Pass is constantly updating.
Yeah.
It's constantly developing them.
Everything rotating. But I think, obviously Valve wants everybody to get to the point where they just think about Proton when they're developing games.
Right.
And I think Valve's in a great position to get people to do that within the next few years. The one thing Valve doesn't do that other platform holders are not against is Valve doesn't really pay anybody sweetheart deals to be on Steam.
Right.
That's the one thing they don't do. If Epic pays you one of these sweetheart exclusivity deals to be on their platform, and they say, hey, we want you to put this in your game so we can put it on our store.
Yep.
You do it.
Of course.
To get that exclusivity
because they're throwing money.
deal. Yeah. Steam doesn't really throw money at people. So we'll see how much, but they have basically the market share in the cloud.
Chris Jean in the live studio audience said, do I have any idea what they're talking about? No. Do I find this really interesting from the consumer side? For sure. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
That's a very nice compliment.
Yeah.
And I hope that our show does that often. Anthony.
We're a news show, and now you're so much more informed.
You're newsin', baby.
Baby, this is what newsin' is. You just got newsed, is what we say. We just say, you just got newsed. Bah.
We're always doing that.
We're just constantly doing that.
You know what? You know what Konami's always doing?
Fucking up. Forgetting they make and own popular video games.
Y'all, this was my favorite story for today, and that's saying something because Fueg Coco exists.
Fueg Coco exists in service to Quaxley, is what she meant to say.
They're all great. They're all great starters. Konami, of course, owns Silent Hill, one of the greatest horror games of all time.
They know because they make a pachinko machine of it.
But other than that, they do keep forgetting. And Konami has once again let silenthill.com domain expire and get swooped up by somebody else.
This isn't the first time.
It's happened before.
They've done this before. They just forget. Even I don't forget to renew my domain names. I have my credit card on file.
Yeah.
It's $10.
I don't have a website on any of the domains that I own except for Pixel Circus. I still have them. It's not hard.
Who the fuck is just letting people buy silenthill.com?
People keep doing it.
I'm gonna try to snipe Metal Gear. Dude, what if I could get Castlevania.com?
Dude, I bet you could.
Do you know how much I would love to have Castlevania.com?
Oh my God. I look, as a channel, I'll buy any of these. I'll buy any of these that we can get.
Look, we can't get a Steam Deck, but we can pay $10 to be the owners of Castlevania.com.
Fuck yeah, we can.
Dude,
man.
I bet Netflix is watching Castlevania.com, though. Just, they're calling up Konami, and they're like, are you going to pay attention to this? And Konami's like, we have so many washing machines to make. I don't know. Can you watch it? And like, Netflix is like, yeah, I guess we'll watch it because we have a hit show. Do we? Based on the pachinko machine? That's wild.
As Alonzo said, there's an auto-renew checkbox.
That's all you do.
Park it. Park it, guys. You don't have to put a website up, but you could just park it. It's so easy. Let me show you what is there on the website, which actually I do think I was hugely relieved because my first thought was like somebody's going to buy it and put something fucking gross and terrible on it. Like that was my expectation of the internet. I'm like, oh, I don't want to see what this is.
Right.
But they didn't. They did this.
So fucking good. That's so fucking good. Honestly, that's better than anything Konami's done with fucking Silent Hill in years.
It's just a screenshot of this tweet, which is a real tweet, by the way.
Wait.
Yeah.
Erty Cooper in the live studio audience, are you for real?
What?
Are you for fucking... They don't own Castlevania already. They already lost Castlevania.com. No. No. It's a travel and leisure WordPress. No. No. I thought you were kidding. I said, surely Ernie Cooper has to be kidding. Fuck. Yeah, that's the problem is now that a sniper has sniped it and it's one of these bots that just like aggregate stuff, we'll never get it back. Because they know how to turn on the auto renew. I can't believe Konami doesn't own Castlevania. Quick, check out MetalGear.com.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God. No. Saige. No. No.
It's parked on WordPress.
They're not even doing anything with it.
A new WordPress site coming soon.
No, Konami. Konami.
Okay, do you think they have eFootball?
Yeah, I think they probably have eFootball 2022. That's fucking wild. Wait, who owns Bomberman.com?
If you type in eFootball.com, it goes to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Fuck.
I'm not kidding. Okay, I'm going to do it again. eFootball.com.
Fuck. And then Bomberman.com is just malware. Konami!
They don't have Bomberman!
They don't own Bomberman! What the fuck, Konami? Konami doesn't own any sites for their... Holy shit! Wait, what about Metal Gear Solid? Come on.
Gotta be.
Come on, Metal Gear... Oh my lord. Oh my lord. There's no one on Metal Gear Solid. Hold on, I have some business to attend to.
It's possible that they own it and have it parked.
I know, I just want to see.
We should find
I have to check. I have to check. Somebody owns Castlevania. Okay, somebody does own Metal Gear Solid.
Somebody owns it.
Fuck,
also,
man.
I did check for Contra. No, it's some like other business that seems like they do like co-working.
At least the business's name is Contra. Like the business's name is Contra Co-working.
Yeah.
So at least there's a reason for it. Holy shit. Yo.
Yeah. Y'all, if you find any fun Konami URLs or domain names, please let us know. And we will redirect them to pixelcircus.party. Also, there's a bunch of people typing links in the chat. You're all getting timed out. I'm very sorry. It's automatic. It's Nightbot. There's nothing I can do.
Okay, somebody does have Suikoden. And it is a Japanese business. So it probably makes sense for them. But Konami doesn't own any of their .coms.
They do have Konami.com where you can go and see things about
their slot and pachinko machines.
About their pachinko machines.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, it's over. It's over. Yo, Konami's dead.
Do they have their .orgs? Nah, man. Sure don't. Sure don't. Nor their .nets. We could get Konami.net.
We could get Konami.net. I wish, man. I'm gonna put reminder alerts on for all of Konami's .coms. If we could get one Konami.com address, like
Konami.com.
Dude, if we could get Konami.com, if we could get Bomberman, holy shit.
It seems so easy.
If we could get Bomberman or Castlevania, I would lose my goddamn mind.
Anyways, everyone visit silenthill.com. Enjoy that good tweet that's up there, which I was going to say is an actual tweet from the art director on Silent Hill 2, Ito.
Yeah, Masahiro Ito really did go on a rail about.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't designed fucking Pyramid Head. That's how you can tell it was real, is it's censored.
Yeah. It's funny as hell. It said that creating a monster that would go on to be too iconic for its own good, seeing so much reuse, the Ito said in a now deleted tweet, to use Pyramid Head in many titles makes Pyramid Head cheaper. And was upset that he had designed it.
Yo, we could have Bloody Roar's too expensive. Bloody Roar's $3,000. I'm not paying $3,000 for Bloody Roar. Previously,
when the website went up for sale, it went up for $10,000, and then the internet got hold of it, and Konami did buy it at the time.
Nobody has Beasterizer, though, the Japanese name for Bloody Roar.
Nice.
But I don't think that's good enough.
Not quite.
I don't think that's quite good enough. Damn, Konami, get yourself $30.
Wow.
You can have a little money as a treat. All you do is make gambling machines.
You probably have so much money. You gotta have so much money to make gambling machines.
Dude, how mad is Netflix that somebody's squatting on Castlevania.com?
So funny.
At least Netflix is savvy enough to be like, dudes, come on. Come on.
That shit is so funny.
Oh, man.
In other games news, if you play the Fortnite, Gambit and Rogue are gonna kiss in it.
They're gonna kiss. It's gonna kill him.
I love when Gambit and Rogue kiss.
Yeah.
I love it when Gambit and Rogue
She loves
kiss.
it so much that she gets a little Twitter-pated.
I do. I love them both very much. I love it when they kiss. Look at them coming to Fortnite in love.
It's beautiful.
I think that might be my favorite Marvel couple.
Oh, everybody, come on. Everybody fucking loves Rogue and Gambit, but just because of the whole, if they love each other so much, but if they touch, they'll die. But they still love each other. It's perfect teen edgelord love. It's beautiful.
Just cute. They're not my favorite Marvel characters, but as a couple,
yeah.
And also the beautiful artwork that has been done of them, like canonically and not like fan art.
Mm-hmm.
Real good.
Because we all want them to kiss.
So I don't know why I'm being real soft, but I think it's very cute that they're coming to Fortnite together.
Play those emotes again. It's a good emote.
Yeah.
I like that Rogues is literally don't touch me.
Yep. Very cute.
That's very good. Hey, in continuing news about very cute games, what if I told you, could I interest you, Saige?
Uh-huh.
In a small saga.
Absolutely, you could interest me in a small saga. Go on.
The name of this game,
because I wish I hadn't designed fucking Pyramid Head,
is Small Saga. You play as a party of mice using household items in battle. So you can see they've got a pocket knife, they've got a lighter here.
That's very cute.
Isn't that cute? So this is Small Saga. It is based we got a preview of it during the Steam Next Fest demo. There's an hour-long demo up. I want to show you a little video of what a battle in Small Saga looks like. Oh, but I probably
look good.
Looks pretty good.
Pretty good.
A little bit of it's cut off there, but so we got this little isometric view. Boom! Giant cat.
The mouse run I chase.
That is the way of nature. It's Golden Sun.
This is very cute. Petasode's the game.
Look at this.
There's a little wizard mouse, you're right.
Look at that Plague Doctor mouse.
Yes. I love this art style. I think this is adorable.
I want to play this so much.
I like the way they walk, which is bad.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh,
Look,
game dude.
they got a little Nokia there. Boom. The wizard has the lighter.
Incredible. That's how they firebolt.
Very good.
This looks fantastic. I'm gonna play the fuck out of that.
I know.
Oh wait, it's attacking a octopus or a squid.
It was attacking a little. Yeah, it was attacking like a cuttlefish. Hold on. It was attacking it because it's a tactical RPG.
So good. I love that. That looks like so much fun. When is it coming out? Do we have like a...
All it says is coming soon. The demo is on Steam and itch. And in the demo, it's about an hour long, and the opening of the demo takes place in the drains of London's underground.
Ooh, maybe I'll stream the demo this week. That would be fun. Platforms right now is just Steam and itch. Of course, if you're not familiar with itch.io, it is a great way to go and support indie developers.
Itch.io is the best place to buy games. If a game is available on itch.io, that's where you buy it. So there you go. That is a little game that I am keeping an eye on. Another little game that I've been keeping an eye on. This is a little indie game that you may not have heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people are into it. Have you heard of the Smash Brothers? A Super Smash Bros.
Oh, I've heard of the super ones. Yes, of course.
The super ones are great.
What's going on?
Nintendo has been threatening to pull out of EVO for a very long time. They made EVO basically impossible over the last couple years because they refused to allow people to inject netcode into old versions of Smash Brothers. And of course, most of your people who play in the fighting game community play older versions of Smash Brothers. Now Nintendo has decided that they don't want any Smash Bros in EVO at all.
It feels like it was inevitable, but it's still a pretty big hit for the fighting community. I know a lot of people were prepared for this because all of the writing's been on the walls, but damn, Nintendo.
It sucks. So EVO put out a tweet about it. Now, EVO's like next week. It's March 8th. So this is something that just like, whoops. I hope you weren't planning on attending or watching EVO for Smash Bros. Because we just lost it. Basically, it says, since 2007, we've seen historic Super Smash Bros. Moments created at EVO's events. We're saddened that Nintendo has chosen not to continue that legacy with us this year. In the future, we hope to once again celebrate the Super Smash Bros. Community alongside them. Now, people are going to red string this and say that it's because Sony bought EVO, but Nintendo's been trying to get out of EVO for years.
Yeah, I don't think that it's a Sony thing because once again, like Sony is really not Nintendo's competitor.
Yeah, and I don't think Nintendo was like, well, we're not going to be part of anything that Sony owns a part of. It's
not really their vibe.
They basically just decide at like just on a whim what they do and don't want to be a part of.
And they've never supported the fighting community. Or the competitive fighting community.
Even when they want their games to be considered sort of competitive esport games, like you remember for Splatoon, they set up their own Splatoon League, and they did not have Splatoon sanctioned tournaments or matches at any other esports events.
Yeah, it was very internal and very controlled.
Yeah, and it's very strange because like Splatoon is not big enough to start a league about on its own.
Right.
You know, like,
but to have an event at another show, absolutely.
Yeah, but you think about the games that like are able to do that, and it's like League does it.
Yeah.
Overwatch did it when it, you know, like these have to be huge games.
Thank you, Harry.
Anyway,
complimenting my Doki Doki sweater. Anthony, I'm gonna cut back to your screen really quick because look at your trending topics on Twitter. Move your mouse. Is reality a hallucination?
Oh,
incredible! Thank you, Twitter.
I hope so. I would love to think so. Honestly, that would explain a lot and make me much happier.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
That'd be great.
In other somewhat Nintendo-y news, more Pokemon Company news. We have another historic amount of money spent on a Pokemon card.
People are homeless. Sorry, go on.
Guys, for those who have not seen this yet, guess how much someone spent on an incredibly rare, I think it's a Pikachu card. Actually, that's actually it. Yeah. It's an incredibly rare Pikachu card. Get your guesses in. If you're watching on YouTube later, go ahead, drop a little comment and come back up.
Ooh, Flannel Fries with the 20K has apparently not been watching the downfall of society over the last couple of years. I love you, Flannel Fries, but let me tell you something.
Okay, we have guesses all over the place. $900,000 on a single Pokemon card.
This is the Pikachu Illustrator version. A chase variant, the Illustrator chase variant subset. I don't know, man.
I can't imagine having $900,000. Stop. Then I can't imagine spending $900,000 on a card.
Corporate interests are buying up all the private real estate, and soon there will be no homes left for anyone. Pay $900,000 for a Pokemon card. Do it. Do it. I just can't anymore with this shit.
No.
I just can't anymore with this shit.
No.
You know, between the price fixing that that gaming auction house was doing with the gaming rating house that they own, artificially pumping up the prices of Super Mario Brothers cartridges to over $1 million.
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers you can find in a box in any fucking dirt mall
Right.
across the world. I just can't. I just can't with this stuff. I just can't. Yeah, Emily Green says in the live studio audience says, I'm gagged because I spent $20K on my car, to get to work.
Yeah. Yeah. I spent $4,000 on my car and I bought it at a gas station.
I was there.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was sketchy as hell.
We were pretty sure that there was some sort of scam going on.
Yeah.
We thought that maybe the car was stolen.
Still might have been.
Still might have been.
The last similar card to this was near mint, and it was only $75,000 sold
that was only
earlier
near
in the
mint.
month. So this one is slightly better. It's labeled as a mint 9. A slightly better mint 9 sold for $195,000. A mint 7 sold for $375,000 for some reason, and then this one at $900,000. Fewer than 40
Mint
copies.
9 was my favorite boy band.
Fewer than 40 copies.
There were way too many
of
of
this
them,
card
though.
in general, and 24 of them are currently graded by the PSA.
Nine guys in a boy band is too many. You can't figure out which one is yours. You know what I mean? It's too diluted. 5 is like the best number.
Only K-pop can do 9
Only
members.
K-pop can do 9 members. An American boy band could never.
Damn.
Speaking of capitalism and the garbage of capitalism, friend of the show, my buddy Greg Miller, who has been hosting the DICE Awards for the last few years, along with Jessica Chobot, got right up on stage at the DICE Awards and said, fuck Bobby Kotick. Because, hey,
Woo!
fuck Bobby Kotick. If you're not familiar with DICE, DICE is basically video game industry awards and I've gone to a couple DICE events, and it's basically like big executives, big developers from big games, people who are wealthy enough to attend a 3 to 5 day event in Vegas for thousands of dollars that hang out and just like decide what the game's business is going to be, really. In like a chill way, in like a we're just having drinks and figuring out what the next 5 years of the game's business is going to be.
Yeah, okay.
Lovely people do go there. Lovely journalists do go there.
And so do trash people.
Yeah, I'm not dunking on DICE entirely or the Game Developer Association, but fuck Bobby Kotick. And if you're going to say fuck Bobby Kotick in a room, that's a great room to say it in.
It's a bold room to say it in, and that makes it so much better. Thank you.
That's a great room to say it in.
It's a great room to say fuck Bobby Kotick in. Though I'm also of the opinion that every room is a good room to say fuck Bobby Kotick in. I encourage each of you at home to say it in your room right now, whatever room it is that you're in. I know some of you watch at work. That's also a bold room to say it in, but you could.
I mean, especially because you think about the Game Awards. Keeley didn't say anything about that stuff.
He sure didn't.
Keeley didn't even make a reference to anything that was going on.
Somebody in the chat, Blade of Creation said, did he say those literal words? Yes.
Yes, he said fuck Bobby Kotick.
Yeah, not like, oh man, he really said fuck Bobby Kotick. No, he literally said fuck Bobby Kotick. And continued to claps and cheers from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
We love to see it.
Now, Laura Miele from EA, she's a senior vice president and chief operating officer. She also said leaders who fall short of basic standards must go. Also during the DICE broadcast.
You know, I feel that. Leaders who fall short of basic standards must go.
Must go.
I like how threatening that sounds. And I'm going to take that one with me, I think. I'm going to take that into every HR meeting. Leaders who don't make basic standards, don't meet basic standards, must
go.
Consider it a threat.
That was a Mint 9 song. Consider this a threat, girl. That's why they didn't take off. It was weird.
It was okay until you said girl.
They didn't mean to do it. That's the thing, is they were just throwing in a random girl like pop bands,
like boy bands do.
Like boy bands do, and that was it. That was the end of them.
Damn.
It's like, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
Mint 9? That's not cool.
Yeah, no, to prison.
Straight to jail.
To prison with you.
You turn in a library book late? Straight to jail. Threaten a lady? Straight to jail.
Starting therapy on Monday. Go to prison.
You should go to prison on Monday. Hey. They really had the vibe of those like 4 guys who make TikToks in an elevator.
Yeah. Ugh.
You remember those dudes?
Yeah. You walk in the elevator. What are you doing? Walking right the fuck back out.
What do you? The elevator door opens and you see us. What do you do, girl? Hey, I want to talk about video cards.
Okay.
I mean, I don't.
Oh.
But I do.
Okay. Fair.
Now, Nvidia, in order to help alleviate supply chain shortages of video cards, artificially kneecapped their video cards so they couldn't run cryptocurrency mining programs.
That was a while ago. We remember. Yes.
Now, that's one of those things where when you first hear it, you're like, yeah, fuck crypto. And then you go, wait a minute.
You can't control what we do on our video cards.
I just paid you $600 for a video card, $700 for a video card. You know, if you get it for retail, you're paying $700. I can do whatever I want with this. I own it. It's mine. And Nvidia was just like, look, we fixed the problem, not by adding better bot detection on our store sites, not by limiting the number of cards people can buy, not by making sure they go directly to retail channels instead of resellers. They said, here, the problem's crypto, people, so we'll take care of it.
Yeah, you already paid for it, but now we're going to control what you do with it.
So...
Which, like, don't mind crypto.
Don't mind crypto, but, like, look, it's your card.
It's your card.
I can't make you be a good person.
Right. I'm not Nvidia, so I can say, don't fucking mind crypto.
Don't fucking mind crypto.
Trash.
You know, I also, like, you can drive your car as fast as you want. I'm not the cops, you know?
I'll tell you not to.
But don't. Please drive safely. Here's the thing. People, to get around this, have been using special mining software that enables mining on their 3000 cards. This is people trying to find a solution for something that they bought a product for. Whether I like that solution, whether I like what they're trying to do with their product or not, they own it. It turns out this LHR unlocker software, shockingly, like most things in cryptocurrency, was a fucking malware scam virus program.
Excellent! You're doing so good!
It basically was a complete fucking hoax.
Nice.
And people who installed it were installing malware on their computers. We're not shocked, but here's what I'm going to say. If people are going out of their way, and if your customers are opening themselves up to this sort of attack simply to use a card in a way that your card is supposed to be used, that's on you.
Yeah, that's your fault.
it's on them too, because don't install fucking weird Russian software you've never heard of. That's like rule number one. But this is on Nvidia, really.
Yeah.
That's it.
Woof.
And so all I'm saying to Nvidia is figure out your shit and stop making the customers be at fault for the fact that you refuse to make sure your cards are getting into the right hands. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Anthony, were you on Twitter yesterday?
I'm sure I was.
Last night, no matter what I did, no matter how many I don't want to see this topics, my entire feed was about Euphoria.
Yo, I've only watched like the first episode of Euphoria or like 2 episodes, and I was like, oh, this is very good. I don't think I can.
So that's the vibe that I get from everything that comes up in my feed. I've never watched an episode of Euphoria. I'm sure that it's very good. I can tell that it is very good by the response from people. I don't think that I can handle it. I don't think it's for me, you know?
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay that it's not for me right now. I don't think I am in the spot for it. I hear it's very intense, very stressful, it sounds exhausting.
I just don't want to see bad things happen to kids right now.
Exactly.
You know?
Too many bad things are happening to kids literally everywhere. So I don't think I can handle it. But my entire fucking feed was about Euphoria. So if you're a big Euphoria fan, fuck, it seems like a really big thing happened. So that was the season finale of season 2 yesterday. And what they discovered at the end of it also was that they have to wait another 2 years for the next season.
Wow.
They're doing a 2-year gap until the next season
Do
comes
an
out.
anime time skip.
And it ended on a huge fucking cliffhanger.
Make all these drug-addicted kids perfectly wonderful adults.
That'd be nice.
Just fast forward.
They're giving us a big Handmaid's Tale cliffhanger.
I mean, we're going to see this with a lot of shows, though, I think. Particularly the sort of more flagship cable shows or VOD shows where production has just been rough over the last 2 years. And only the productions with like the most amount of money that can figure out the most amount of scheduling stuff have been able to make things work.
Yeah.
There have been so many delays. So 2 years, I mean, that sounds about right. Especially like with the way that cast is taking off. I mean, obviously Zendaya is already like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But the rest of this cast, Hunter Schafer is everywhere right now. I would imagine that when they had no plan for the next season, all of those actors went off and took contracts to do other things in the interim. And now the next time they can get them together is in the next 2 years.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. So yeah, that's 2025. What a fucking weird year to say. What a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did have to wait like 3 years for Stranger Things, and everyone managed, and now it's happening soon.
Yeah.
I don't remember when that was. But that's fucking wild. I'm not kidding, my entire Twitter feed was like, 2 years! So if you're a Euphoria fan, I'm sorry. And also, it sounds like it was a very good finale, and I am happy for you about that. But oof, 2 years.
Apologies to all the Euphoria stans. I want to go back to talking about people who make hardware.
Okay.
I want to go back to talking about people who make hardware and what they decide to do with that hardware.
Let's do it.
And I want to go back to the Steam Deck. I want to talk about Gabe.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about our big gaming Santa boy. And I want to talk about what's going on. He basically said... He didn't actually say the way Greg Miller said, fuck Bobby Kotick, but Gabe basically said,
fuck the metaverse.
Fuck the metaverse and fuck NFTs. He did say, quote, when asked about NFTs and metaverse stuff on Steam, which Steam, by the way, has a policy, no NFTs.
Yes, absolutely. We love that.
Steam says if you want to put your game on Steam, you don't put any of this garbage into it. And Gabe said, most of the people talking about the metaverse have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. Thank you.
So here's where he really got into it. He said, there's a bunch of get-rich-quick schemes around metaverse. Most of the people who are talking about it have no idea what they're talking about, and apparently they've never played an MMO.
What have we been saying?
They're like, oh, you'll have this customizable avatar, and it's like, okay, well, go into Lanosha in Final Fantasy 14 and tell me that that isn't a solved problem from a decade ago, not some fabulous thing that you're, inventing. Imagine thinking you invented having a virtual avatar.
Imagine thinking you invented a marketplace in a game.
You ladies ever heard of old school RuneScape?
Hey, any of you babes ever hear of old school RuneScape? What the fuck? Thank you. This is just regular video games on the fucking cube rope.
It's maddening, truly. Because, not only has it existed in MMOs, if nothing else, you have to give it to, the things that currently exist in VR. If you're well, but it's different because it's immersive.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Play VR chat, dummy.
What?
Play VR chat, you dumb dummy.
It's maddening for them to sit here and be like, we just made up this incredible new thing. And you're like, what do you mean? What we all have this thing. What are you talking about?
You buy fake gun and fake gun is yours. Yeah, no, I have that.
It's like somebody sat there, right, Anthony? And they were like, what if we built a box? And you're like, okay.
All right, build a box.
A box that had lamps and waves that could cook your food faster than an oven.
I'm convinced. Tell me more.
Have a hot pocket, put it in for 2 minutes and press start.
Now, wait a minute. It did sound novel until I started thinking about this. I can already put a hot pocket in a microwave. Are you talking about microwaves?
No, this is the Metawave.
Better than micro?
Same.
I'm in. Look. Here's the deal.
Hey, use it. Get fucked. That's the deal.
That's the deal.
Next.
Gabe Newell basically just saying that he thinks this is all bullshit. And he actually is he says, I'm friends with Neil Stephenson. And we've talked about poor Neil Stephenson and coming up with the term metaverse and how it's a bad place. And saying every time we get together, me and my friend Neil Stephenson, he puts his face in his hands. So it's just okay, what metaverse story is driving you insane today?
Oh.
But he does say that he's pretty optimistic, saying it'll get sorted out eventually. I think, somebody earlier on in the live studio audience talked about, it's like when we reinvented taxis. And yeah, it is, but I think we're a little bit smarter about tech companies doing this shit now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think people are a little more savvy.
Yeah.
And we're beginning to learn, even if the government and the legislature doesn't want to learn and is putting their fingers in their ears and going, where's the money?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the money? I want the money. We are smarter about it, and we do not support those anymore. And I think that's good because it means these companies can't get off their feet anymore. The ones that have are incredibly entrenched now, and it's going to be impossible to get rid of them and impossible to regulate them. You think about something like a Postmates or an Amazon Prime driver or an Uber driver, and it's we've eroded the rights for those people, and it's going to be so hard to get them back.
Yeah.
But we can really make sure that these sort of tech scams don't come back, or new tech scams don't make its way into other industries.
And I will say that the change between the taxi system and Ubers was still a bigger change than there is between what exists right now and the metaverse. I don't agree with Uber. Fuck Uber.
No.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, Uber did notice something that was failing
and missing from it
and came in and made they made a good business choice, right? They saw that to get a taxi in San Francisco took 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you couldn't even get that taxi. They would just cancel.
Right. There was also one company and they all had to go through it and you had to go through their cars. There are adjustments to it that make sense in, access to transportation.
Honestly, I remember the first time I used Uber and a car showed up in 5 minutes and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense. What doesn't make a lot of sense is over the years, the way Uber has destroyed public transit and destroyed workers' rights. We had a real dark time here in California, if you all remember, where they basically scammed. They paid $200 million to scam people into voting against their best interests.
Correct.
And took all protection rights away from Uber drivers.
So fuck that big evil corporation. Absolutely. But even then, that comparison, it doesn't line up enough. This is literally just being like, I made this cup. And you're like, what do you mean? You just picked up my cup.
Yeah.
That's my cup.
No, it's a secure cup now. Think about this. What if I told you that you couldn't just have this cup in your hands? You could have a digital receipt that told you it's your cup.
But it is my cup.
I know, but what if you could prove it?
To who?
Blockchain.
Who's that?
Jimmy Fallon.
No.
Paris Hilton.
Never talk to me or my cup ever again.
Unfortunately, Reese Witherspoon.
Damn, man.
It's fucking crazy. It's like, Jed Ted says, should I not use Uber anymore? Well,
Cubanono also had a similar question about Lyft.
Here's the problem. It's tough right now because I don't know what to tell you to use. In certain places, it is better to use a taxi. You have to kind of just look into it.
But also, taxis can also be unattainably expensive. And that's one of those things. So it's like, look, I say this all the time. We live under capitalism. You do not have to agree to participate because you have no choice but to participate under capitalism. It is not the responsibility of the poor who need to pick up things for their kids to not shop at Walmart. It's Walmart's fault for creating a monopoly that makes everything else unsustainable around it.
If you
it's
don't
not
have
your fault.
If you don't have anywhere else to shop that you can afford things at, you go to Walmart, and that's okay.
If you don't have a car and you need to get somewhere, we're in Los Angeles. Public transit is not a great option here. You can get from one end of the city to the other on a very specific line that doesn't go in either direction sideways.
One of the most...
You can go north to south, and that's it.
Yeah, there is no public transit in a lot of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Owning a car is more and more prohibitively expensive. You do what's best for you. You look up what happens, what the rules and the regulations are in your state or your county or your city, and you look at it and you go, what's the best option for me in terms of affordability and doing the right thing? And if you're lucky, you live in a city like an Austin or a Portland or something like that, where they said, fuck you, stay out of here.
Right. Clobag in the live studio audience also said it's really hard. Uber is really useful as someone with a disability.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Public transit can often not be accommodating for people with disabilities.
If you're lucky enough to even have public transit.
Exactly. So the layers on top of that, if Uber is your best option, use Uber, of course.
Yeah.
Again, we are living under the oppressive and crushing weight of capitalism. That is what it is. The companies, and there has to be like legislation, there has to be larger changes to the world and to the way that society runs. And an individual consumer is not responsible to make those changes.
Yeah. One of the
especially
worst,
somebody who needs special accommodations.
One of the worst things about LA is if you don't have a car and you need to go to work so you can save money to buy a car, you could try to take a bus if there is a bus around you, which LA's bus system is terrible. LA's train system is terrible. The bus comes maybe once an hour. So you have to think about leaving for work 2 hours early.
Yeah.
Which is wild if you're going to work an 8-hour shift and then leave and try to go home. And the bus schedule is even worse at night.
Yep.
So most people take an Uber to work most days, and that just comes right out of your check.
Yep.
Half your shift pays for the Uber to get to your shift, because we're not putting money into public infrastructure. We're putting money into these private companies that say they're going to come in and fix our problems. Private companies do not exist to fix your problem.
No.
They exist to fix your problem for the most amount of money they can charge to fix your problem.
Exactly.
The end. When we can't build the subway extension in LA that we've been saying we're going to build for the last 15 years, but we immediately try to give Elon Musk money because he says he's going to make a rich person tunnel. That's a problem with all of society.
I think a great example of it, friend of the channel, Omar Najam, posted this. This was something that went up for a like subway station essentially to be built to go into Bel Air, an area of Los Angeles.
Where Will Smith is from.
Where Will Smith is from. And there was a huge pushback from the Bel Air Association where they put their phone up against a vent where you would be able to hear the train running under it in another neighborhood. And they're like, do you want this in your neighborhood? Which was a very thinly veiled way to say, hey, this thing's going to be able to bring poor people into our neighborhood. We got to do something about this.
Dude, they've been trying to put the train in Beverly Hills and in Santa Monica for years because it would help people get to the fucking airport and just get work done. If you could get from the east to the west side in under an hour in LA, LA would fundamentally change. It would be life-changing for so many people.
Yep.
Here's the problem. Everybody who lives in these fancy communities, everybody in Beverly Hills, everybody in Santa Monica, they literally said, well, we don't really want the train to come through here because we think it will attract like the wrong kind of person. Like they literally have said that.
Yeah.
So this like, listen to this vent. This vent is loud. Motherfucker, you don't live on the vent.
Right.
I mean, there's a homeless guy in Bel Air that lives on that vent because that's where the heat comes from. Because fuck you.
That's your fault.
That's your fault. But it's wild that they literally are saying we don't want poor people and we don't want people of color in our neighborhood.
That's simply it.
That's it.
They don't want people to have access to their neighborhood. And it's fucked. It's fucked all over the place. This is we've gone into a million different places here. At the end of the day, there will be accommodations under capitalism that you're not happy to have to use. Things like Amazon Prime, things like grocery delivery services that have made getting groceries for people with disabilities or people that are compromised during the pandemic, made these things safe and accessible for them. It is not your responsibility as somebody, especially who needs particular accommodations, to fix capitalism.
Nope.
It is a much larger responsibility than you can burden, and you shouldn't put that on your shoulders. Do what you can, when you can, accept the things you cannot, and push back in every way that you can.
Yeah. Honestly,
vote, push legislation, vote in local elections.
The biggest shit that's going on in the world right now, the big idiot man who wants to come and take the land. All of this stuff.
Once again, we say, fuck Vladimir Putin.
All of this stuff comes from capitalist interests, okay? All of it. We're not going to get... We want to stay buddy-buddy because of Russian oil. Vladimir Putin wants more oil and more land.
Do anything to not be wind-powered. We'll do anything.
All we need, honestly, if we were energy independent and we had public infrastructure, none of this shit would be happening. That man would have no power. He would not be able to do a goddamn thing. Fucking, I'm not a Bernie bro, but one of the biggest things Bernie Sanders said when he was running was, honestly, the biggest economic and national security crisis that we have in America and in the rest of the world right now is energy independence. And he was fucking right. So pay attention to what's going on in your cities. Vote for the right people. Make the best choices you can. We love you. It's 9:30.
Oh, shit. I guess that's where we leave it for today. I guess it is. Indiana Jones 5 wraps. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's very exciting. We'll bring it back up with that. And that's it. We love you, BBs. Thank you, of course, for starting your morning with us. We appreciate it so much. If you're here for the first time, we do the show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific. And we hope that you will come back and join us again. It's really nice to start our mornings with these conversations, whether they are about a movie or about energy independence. All important things.
Quaxley will fix everything. Choose Quaxley as your starter for a better world.
Disagree, but that's okay. We're allowed.
Bye,
Quick
BBs.
Coco's my boy. No, you don't just
Bye,
go
BBs.
away.
Goodbye
No,
forever.
hold on. We have other stuff to do.
No, we gotta go.
You can't do that.
We gotta go right now.
No, we have to. Okay, stop.
We gotta go.
Okay, we're going to go through and we're going to thank everybody who supported us during the show today.
Thank you to Quaxley.
We're going to thank all of the BBs, all of our little pixel pals who supported us during the show.
You mean the little
today.
pickles?
I sure don't, Anthony.
You mean the little pickles?
You get to push on one thing in this outro. Pick one. Is it Quaxley or is it pickles? Out of your beard.
I would say that they're common issues.
Nope.
They're
Anyways, Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who supported us during the show. There's a lot of free ways to support us during the show. You can do things like join the Discord. That's free. It's not even subgated, baby. You can get in there and you could do some speculating like a lot of our sweet pals are doing right now. I did create a channel because people didn't know where to speculate about the stuff we've been posting on Twitter and that's perfectly fair. It's been in the Failed Save channel. It's been in the Big Top, the main channel. So I made a channel for you called Secret. So that you can post your speculations there. We posted something cryptic on Twitter yesterday and people have been trying to decipher it. Feel free to jump in there and have a little fun. There will be another thing today.
Is it about Quaxley?
It is not about Quaxley,
Okay.
and I can't tell you what it is about yet because Kaylee will hurt me. But there's also financial ways you can support the show. We're an entirely independent network. We're just two people in a shed, baby.
We're two people in a
We have
dang shed.
Patreon where you can support us. This is the last day of this donation goal. It'll be starting over for the beginning of the month on Wednesday. So that is the literal things that feed us as hosts because we don't make any money doing this show otherwise.
That right there feeds us directly.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you support the Patreon, when you subscribe, all of that sort of thing, buy merch. We've got Failed Save merch now. We have beautiful dice that we made with Die Hard dice that are just absolutely gorgeous. And any of that stuff goes directly to the network to help upgrade the shed so it stops leaking in here. But this stuff goes directly to us, just so you know where everything goes.
We're very transparent about the channel. We try to be.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's too much on Twitch and too many people masquerading as independent networks. And we're really two people in a shed. All right, let's go through and thank everybody who already has supported us during the show.
Fixer1066, thank you for the 5 months of subscribing. We love you very much. Alonzo with the $1 tip saying no nice allowed.
But then updated it with a slightly good number with another $7.08 to put it at 777.
Ronan Monkey
777.
resubscribing for 17 months saying oh hey thing. Alonzo and Ronan Monkey, both wonderful mods. Thank you so much.
We love and appreciate you.
Okotoroku gifting the tier 1 sub to Erdy Cooper, who is the person who let us know that Castlevania.com does not belong to Konami. Ztruck4440 with the resub for 2 months. Thank you very much. Danny Boy's Calling Pipes gifting a sub to Nord the Barbarian. Lee Green Griffin with the resub for 14 months saying, you go, Fue Coco.
I saw that in the chat and I loved it.
That One Moon Kid gifting the sub to John G. Men 5. Thank you very much. Also to Blanket Fort 83. Thank you. Coralink's Cosplay with the resub for 4 months saying, well, what do you know? It's exactly 8 a.m. Huh.
What do you know?
Who would have thought? Infection K, thank you for the subscription. That One Moon Kid gifting a tier 1 sub to Lanky Dragoon. Blue Noses 19 with the resub for 9 months saying 9 months has gone too quick. You have been birthed into the Pixel Circus world.
Thanks.
Chris Plowman with the tier 1 gift to Melmacian Mage. Damn, that's an Alf reference.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Shiro with the resub for 2 months saying easily the best news source. That's true. We're the only news source, so that's very easy for us to do. Chris Plowman resubbing for 10 months. Danny Boy's Colin Pipes with another gift sub to Terra C.
And we are caught up.
Well, just one more. Rydian M with the resub for 15 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We love and appreciate you so very much. When we're not here, Anthony, where can they find you?
On the streets. Trying to change things.
Voting.
Trying to find Pokemon.
Voting in local elections to make a difference. And also...
But also, you can find me everywhere on the internet at A Carboni, except for here on Twitch, where I am at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me. Also, every Friday with Jeff Kanata doing our science comedy podcast, We Have Concerns, at wehaveconcerns.com. And of course, here, that very evening, for a failed save. Our live play, D&D 5e show, Uncut Jams.
Uncut Jams.
Saige, fuck is you about?
Well, I was kind of his me.
I was kind of Benny. I was kind of. What
I don't
was
remember
it?
the guy's name.
I
Anyways,
was Benny Safdie's muse.
for Uncut Jams.
When he's making Uncut Jams.
You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream over on my channel, typically Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, but it's February and the schedule is fucked. You can also find me on Smosh Games today for Board AF, as well as the D&D channel, and here all the damn time. I love you very much. Thank you truly for making my day. And have a good rest of it. Take care of yourselves, BBs.
Quaxley for life.
Like Coco forever. You go for it, Coco.